Candy, why do you use off-camera information to throw people under the bus?
Who am I throwing under the bus?
Was this the Tyrone money paying for this?
Y'all, is it just me, or is it starting to look like Bravo might secretly be a producer on Candy's Speak on It after all this time? Because they keep bringing it up at the reunion, and how are they getting access to all this HD footage?
Like, where did all this money come from?
I'm not sure, but what I do know is that when I heard Andy officially mention Phaedra's name in a conversation directed towards Candy, it was like music to my ears, because y'all already know that I am sitting on ready, waiting for these two to finally come face to face after all this time on season 15.
She did it with Phaedra dating while separated.
Wait,
and now
what did he say?
she did it with
Phaedra. Was it just me, or was that with Whitney Houston?
It's Justin Diego back with another binge-worthy video. And instead of being petty and talking about this Candy and Phaedra beef yet again, let's just talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 Reunion Part 1 and why Marlo Hampton had us crying, child.
Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
But if you haven't caught up yet on the full season, be sure to check out my latest 1-hour binge-worthy marathon, where I talked about everything you need to know about the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 before watching this year's reunion.
I guess you could call me a trendsetter.
A few weeks ago, when we first learned about Sheree Whitfield and Marlo Hampton taking the throne chairs sitting right next to the reunion's host, I think it's safe to say that most of us needed some extra time to just process that awkward seating arrangement. And now, after watching part 1 of this season's reunion, it's very clear why Andy Cohen made that choice. Yes, part 1 was all about Sheree.
You talking about me every week on your show, and I get it, because if you want, I'm good clickbait.
You think I need you for clickbait?
Well,
And all about Marlo Hampton.
They don't know half my story. They couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. To live on the streets and going to people's houses and sleeping on mattresses on the floor.
No, really, I was really surprised when we got to Marlo's segment, because it ended up being a lot heavier than I expected.
And I went to my first foster home, and she was strict, and I went telling people like, oh, she's so strict. I came home one day from there, and she said, you have to go.
Yeah, this new redemption arc for Marlo was really interesting.
And then they want to call me and but can't bring you one guy, and they just want to belittle me.
And what shook me up the most about this was that the rumors have always been that Marlo was never a peach holder because she never wanted to share her real life, and instead she had some top secret sugar daddy situation in her private life that she just never wanted out there. But from what we saw, the truth is, it seems that Marlo has always wanted to be a peach holder on Real Housewives of Atlanta all along, and she confessed that she always felt like she just wasn't good enough after missing her chance to finally snatch a peach over and over again.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You numb yourself and you're like, you know what? You're not worthy enough, or you're too ghetto, as some of them say, or oh, you're an ex-con. But why not me? I work hard.
This just goes to show how little we actually ever know about what's truly going on behind the scenes. And y'all know how much I love Kenya Moore down, but I was so disappointed that she just would not let Marlo have this moment of redemption.
Kenya, was Marlo the housewife you expected her to be?
Instead of showing people she actually has a great heart, I think she just went the opposite way. And so that was really disappointing.
I actually got to the point that I was kind of disgusted by this, because Kenya, I'm not even gonna drag you the way that other people would drag you, but who are you to try to take this moment away from somebody else, especially when you yourself have benefited from several redemption arcs on this very same platform? Knock it off.
In New York, she showed you she could be a great friend.
You do not let him spoil your night, okay?
You know, I think that to use the term great friend is a stretch.
Wait a minute.
No, seriously, because, like, we get it. You and Marlo have y'all cute little, you know, back and forth, and, you know, we've ridden with it all this time, but, girl, we're bored. Candy's over it. Everybody's over it. And your issues with Marlo this season, honestly, haven't even been that deep. And it's kind of given that you're fishing for a storyline.
You don't have an answer?
Didn't think you would.
And we're just not used to that from you. So again, knock it the f off.
Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're breathing.
Like I've been saying for a while now, these reunions are so calculated. Every segment, every seating arrangement, and down to every damn prop literally serves a purpose. So let's get into it. Now, y'all know that in many ways, Marlo Hampton may have fumbled her very first season with a peach. Because while it's clear that Bravo went all in, giving her the prize season premiere spotlight event with her late archive launch, and we've even seen more Marlo Hampton this season than we've ever seen on the show. But the problem is, we didn't always like what we saw.
And I just feel I'm not doing right by them. I'm not.
So I feel like producers used this reunion as a final attempt to do some damage control for Marlo and to shift our growing negative perception of her after a season full of low blows.
Okay, good. I did enough bitching and below the belt this season.
That's true.
Apologize where it needs to be apologized. Let me explain myself.
This is the Marlo that I love.
I don't know how the conversation went, but however it went, it's pretty clear that Marlo decided to take full advantage of this opportunity to share more about herself in 5 minutes than she has the full 10 years or so that she's been on this damn show. And I'm here for it.
No, can I just say one thing?
Because I say whatever is on my mind. They'll never get to know me.
So yeah, let's talk about whether or not it's too late for Marlo to save her peach. I've already said it in a recent video how important the reunions are when y'all were like, oh my God, the reunion seating charts don't matter. And I was like, no. Shut the hell up, because reunion seating charts matter.
You are not being talked to right now, okay?
One of the things I said was that reunions are really the last opportunity where you can convince executives and producers to change their mind.
No.
But yeah, I feel like if we look at all the signs and if we read the room, it's probably very, very likely that Marlo Hampton will be brought back for The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15.
That's what I know for sure. That's what's for sure.
Comment right now and tell me what you think about all this. How do you think Marlo did for her freshman season as an official Atlanta housewife? And definitely be sure to tell me whether or not you think that Marlo is making the cut and returning next season for The Real Housewives of Atlanta with her peach in hand. That's if Bravo has any budget left after bringing back both Portia and Phaedra Parks.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Tricky bitch. I said I wasn't gonna talk about Candy and Phaedra, but I'm gonna talk about Phaedra every chance I get. Because is it just me, or does she sound like Whitney Houston?
Was it just me, or was that Whitney Houston?
Yeah, I definitely had way too much coffee. Thanks so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Now I'm embarrassed. I really want to just go, but I've got so much more to say about The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 reunion, so stay tuned for more binge-worthy videos and more conversations that you may not want to hear about.
With the weird vibe. Oh.
Thanks again for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one.
It ain't looking real good, but I won't give up. Pac said that I gotta keep my head up, so I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear.
They said the archive was spelled wrong. Brings to my vision, but God did. Can't stop. Won't stop.
But I won't stay down. I run this town, ain't backing down. We going in rounds. Yeah, the winds will blow, but these roots too deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. In the fire now, but I won't be burned. I was waiting for this, and now it's my turn. Sweat on my face, blood in my eyes. Been underground, now I aim for the sky. Don't quit now, you can last longer. All these wounds only making you stronger. Don't give up now, yeah, you gotta climb. Go and give it your all until the end, until the end.